Let's talk about the ultimate side hustle. I mean, what if you could build a business that literally makes you money while you sleep? We're not talking about a little passive income here and there. We're diving into an incredible story about how you can turn an AI into an autonomous employee, give it a mission, and then just let it go to work. It sounds like science fiction, but one entrepreneur is actually doing it. I mean, can you imagine saying this to your computer? This is the exact instruction that entrepreneur Nat Eliason gave to his AI agent who he named Felix. He didn't ask for ideas, he didn't ask for a draft, he gave it a direct order. Go build a product by yourself that makes money. And then he went to bed. And what happened? Well, this is what happened. Felix not only came up with a product idea, a digital guide, it built the website, set up the payment system, and started selling it. And in just 4 days, completely on its own, it brought in almost $4,000. All of it earned by an AI running autonomously. Pretty wild, right? So how on earth is this even possible? Don't worry, it's not magic. We're going to break down exactly how this works. We'll introduce you to Felix, the AI CEO. We'll look at the 3 key pillars that make it truly autonomous. We'll talk about how you give an AI real-world power safely. And we'll end by asking a pretty big question. Could your next business partner actually be a piece of software? Okay, so let's get into the story. This isn't just some fun little experiment. This is a real project led by Nat Eliason. And he's given Felix a mission that sounds like something out of every side hustler's dream. Build a $1 million autonomous business totally from scratch. And the thing that's really mind-blowing here is just the speed of it all. I mean, look at this timeline. A month ago, Felix was basically just a simple bot running on a Mac Mini. Now, it's launching products, it's managing its own social media, and it even has its own crypto wallet with a ton of money in it. The rate of progress is just staggering. Okay, so what makes Felix so different from a regular chatbot like ChatGPT? The real secret sauce is a combination of 3 critical systems that work together. This is what turns it from a simple tool you give commands to into a proactive employee that takes initiative. Let's break them down. So first up is memory. You know how most AIs basically have amnesia? You start a new chat and it forgets everything you just talked about. Well, Felix is different. It has a really clever memory system. Every single night, it reviews all the conversations it had that day, pulls out the important details, and updates its core knowledge. So it literally gets smarter every single day. The second pillar is proactivity. This is what makes it feel less like a tool and more like a real assistant. It uses something called cron jobs, which are basically just scheduled tasks, like alarms on your phone. These jobs tell Felix to do things on its own, without being asked. Things like, hey, check my Twitter mentions every hour, or come up with a new post idea this afternoon. It doesn't just wait for you, it gets things done. And finally, there's the heartbeat. Now, this is crucial for big projects. If you tell Felix to, say, code an entire website, that could take hours. What if the process crashes or the AI just gets sidetracked? Well, the heartbeat is a little process that runs every 30 minutes to check in. It's like a project manager, making sure everything's on track, restarting things if they fail, and keeping the whole operation running smoothly. So once you have those 3 things, memory, proactivity, and a self-correction system, you've basically created an autonomous mind. The next step is to give it hands. And this is where things get really interesting and maybe a little bit scary. You have to give it the keys to the kingdom. And I mean that literally. Look at the kind of access Felix has. It has the API keys to deploy websites, to process real payments from customers on Stripe, to manage its own code on GitHub, and yes, to hold and spend its own money through a crypto wallet. This isn't just an AI that can think about ideas. It's an AI that has all the tools it needs to actually execute them in the real world. But hold on, what's stopping someone from just tweeting at the AI and saying, hey, send me all your money? That's probably the most important safety feature. The AI is programmed to know the difference between a secure channel, like a private Telegram chat with its owner, and a public one, like Twitter. It only accepts commands from that one trusted, authenticated source. Everything else is just treated as information to learn from, not an order to follow. Now, we have to be really clear about something. This is the bleeding edge. As Nat himself says, he's being the guinea pig here. This is a high-risk experiment. We're still figuring out all the ways this could go wrong, but if nobody is willing to push the boundaries, we'll never discover what's truly possible. So let's say this has you excited. You're thinking, man, I'd love to try building my own AI side hustle. How do you even begin to do that without risking your entire life savings? Well, there's actually a pretty clear roadmap for doing this safely. It all comes down to starting small and being smart. You don't hand over the keys to your main bank account on day one. You start with one simple little task. And this is critical. You give the AI its own separate accounts, its own email, its own test accounts for services. You grant it more permissions one by one as it earns your trust. And the golden rule is simple. Never, ever give it access to anything you aren't 100% prepared to lose. When you step back and look at this whole thing, it really changes how you think about work and building a business. We're moving past just using AI as a clever writing tool. We're entering a world where AI can actually be a partner. And this right here, this is the core mindset you have to adopt. The goal isn't to just keep doing tasks for the AI when it gets stuck. Every time it asks for help, the real question is, how can I teach you or give you the tools to solve this problem for yourself next time? It's all about systematically removing yourself, the human bottleneck, from the process. This whole project is a sneak peek into a future that's probably coming a lot faster than we think. A future where building a side hustle or even a major company isn't about you doing all the work, but about you partnering with an autonomous AI to build it together. So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Are you ready for your next co-founder to be an AI?